If only somebody hadn't wrecked the car. God, unbelievable.
Oh, I would hate to be that guy. Oh, come on, don't be that way. You know I didn't mean to do it.
Of course not. Sabotage is far beyond you. It's futile.
Rise and shine, princess.
Tremors. Now you did it.
Just call me Titan.
Morning there, buddy.
Eyes open.
And he's up.
Not technically up.
Not technically having our automobile repaired and heading to Corthus, then?
No turning back now, Your Highness. Gotta pay his enormousness a visit.
Yeah. Wonder what it's like outside. Wow! Couldn't ask for better weather.
Ah, good day for walking. Aren't we lucky? We're well short of the amount due, I'm afraid.
We need to think bigger, like behemoth big.
Hunting down its horns could get us the money, if it doesn't get us killed.
Wouldn't worry. We're as good as dead without the car anyway.
Might already be a lost cause.
Hey, if Cindy says she can fix it, that's good enough for me.
And since she's gone to all the trouble of servicing it nearby, we need only concern ourselves with one thing and one thing alone.
The money.
Simple enough. We hawk whatever we hunt till we come up with the cash, then fetch the car.
Hello everybody and welcome to another Gosunoob.com video. We're showcasing Final Fantasy 15 today. It is a demo that we got thanks to Computerland Games. This is a demo that got shipped together with Final Fantasy Typo HD remake. Anyone that pre-ordered that game also got access to the demo. It is just one episode. We're gonna be seeing just one land. We're starting from the beginning with the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoy the footage that we're gonna show you, and this is gonna give you a good idea what the game is gonna look like when it comes out finally in 2015. The game is just showing us the ropes right now. It's quite beautiful. The settings and the surroundings are amazing, both in detail and design. You can see very far away, and it's all very detailed and very familiar to Final Fantasy fans. I love those huge animals there in the lake. They move, they have their little thing going on, and the game is just showing us the controls right now. Yeah, look at that guy there. Part of the tutorial is also showing us how combat works this time around, which is a big thing.
What do you say we check this out?
Especially for
Nice.
Final Fantasy fans. Because Final Fantasy 15 is going to for the first time we're gonna have action type of combat instead of turn-based combat like in
Hey,
previous
take a
games.
look. What do you make of this, Noct?
Our heroes are stranded for money they needed to repair the car, and apparently there's a behemoth called Deadeye that has a bounty on its head, 25,000 gil, which is going to be plenty for us to repair a car.
Hold up a sec. Huh?
And here we go with the training for the combat. I'm going to do this just so I can show you guys what the new combat system is going to be like.
I'm going all out. Just don't get too carried away. Show when to talk.
So we're going to start with defense first. The main portion of defense is dodging enemy attacks, which you can do just by holding one button, L1 in this case. And the character, you saw that little blue smoke, that's the character dodging the attack right there. Every dodge spends a little bit of your mana though. If you watch the lower right side of the screen, you're gonna see that my mana is depleting every time I dodge an attack. So you can't do this forever.
Whoa!
You will have to do some mana management there. Huge sword on Gladio though. Very fun to dodge those. Come on, bro. Okay. The character you're controlling in this demo is Noctis, a prince of sorts, and he has several weapons and abilities at his disposal. You just have to hold the button to keep attacking. And there we go. No, I think I just got him, like, right away. This is the second part of the tutorial. Instead of having turn-based abilities like in Final Fantasy 13, for example, this time around you have abilities that you can summon by pressing a button on your controller. You can choose which is the active ability by using the D-pad. And Noctis is more of a maneuverability fighter, so he can warp to enemies and locations where he can hide, like this one. You will see towers like this scatter across the land and close to combat zones, so you'll be able to regenerate your HP and mana. While you're hanging out like this, you can also target your enemies and just warp strike, attack them. We dodged it right here, and then I can attack with like this. The deal in between regular attacks, techniques, and dodging is that everything costs mana, so it's basically mana management that you're after here. I can do Drain Blade, Tempest, Dragon Jump, and Full Thrust abilities, or techniques as the game calls them. So let's Drain Blade recovers some of your health and does damage to the enemy. Let's do that right now. Oh, so I got my health down and now I can see. Oh, I missed. That's exactly the point on when to dodge, when to attack. There we go, that was the Drain Blade. I got my health back up and damaged the enemy a little bit. If you spend all your mana, you get into this stasis phase where you can't regenerate or dodge or anything really. So you really want to have at least a little bit of your mana left. You can hide behind rocks like this when there, you see that? We got that notification that we can hide, and that's gonna regenerate our mana faster. Okay, let's take on Gladio. Let's see what, for example, Dragon Jump does. Oh yeah, that's a pure damage dealing ability. And there's a third part to combat, parrying. When you see this little claw-like notification on your screen, that's when you'll be able to start the dodge if you go into the defending mode. And now I can do a little quick time event to parry his attack. And parrying can be very effective sometimes. You gotta be quick. This during the tutorial, you don't have to be that quick when you do the quick time parrying. But during real fights, it's really tricky to do a parry. And parrying during fights will bring you extra XP and rewards once the fight is over. You do have an inventory. This is an RPG, so you do have an inventory. You can change your equipment based on your playstyle. You have 5 slots to equip different weapons in. Let's go to the tactical menu and then to weapons, and then you see you have the Crush, Ravage, Vanquish, Counter, and Descend slots. And I already have swords there, and then I can choose a different weapon to put in there. The game tells me to put the Zweihänder in the Ravage slot, which I'm gonna do right now. And now, when I attack, I'm gonna have this big ass sword on me. That's Zweihänder. And that's basically the new combat system that you're gonna be using in Final Fantasy 15. Oh, and I get wrecked right away. Let's do this full thrust thing. There we go. And then a little bit of dodge. And then there's the Tempest, which is also the ability we haven't used yet. And let me just show you what that does. It's a 720 spin that does AoE damage, I guess. A Warp Strike, and followed by several attacks. And then a dodge right here, and he's down. Also, you're going to be traveling as part of a 4-man group. You're going to be controlling just one character though, but your buddies can get damaged as well, and when they lose all of their health, you can come up and rescue them, which means they're going to regain all of their health. As soon as you do that, it's better because when they're in their down state, they can still get damaged, and their maximum health is going to get decreased by each attack that they receive. So you really want to rescue your friends if you want to win in a big fight. There we go. I lost MP, so I'm in stasis right now. And that's the tutorial fight and the combat system in new Final Fantasy 15. The main mission for this demo is tracking the behemoth. You can roam the land and find side quests, which will reward you with experience and items. Once you complete the behemoth hunting quest or the main quest, you're gonna be finishing the whole episode. But for those of us that like to explore, you can just go off the beaten path and do something else. As you can see, the land is simply beautiful.
This creature is known as a saber-tusk.
And populated by
Skewers prey with
different
its
enemies.
tusks, extracting game from the safety and comfort of burrows.
That's a bit heartless.
Yeah, don't think we'll be befriending
Also, you can come across these shiny little objects here, which you can pick up and then show you what you get. This is the inventory screen, and I just picked up a rusted bit, which I'm guessing I'm going to be selling at a nearby vendor. You can also set a destination to where you want to go. Right now we have the main quest, and this is where you have to get once you collect 24,000 gil. You can also go to different outposts. There's a northern and southern one, and then campgrounds, which is where you want to go once you want to heal up or level up your characters. Let's take on that pack of saber tusks there. I'll just start with a little warp.
Easy as they come.
And then do an AoE here. I stopped holding my button, so I lost focus of the enemy. So you really need to get used to the way the the combat works here. But it's much more action-oriented than in previous Final Fantasy games.
All's well that ends well.
Well, put it in the
The less
books.
time you take and less damage you take, more experience you're gonna get. You can go straight to hunting that behemoth. This is just another poster of the behemoth reward. A wanted poster for behemoth. Look at how wonderful that beast looks. You can't go deep into water, there's no swimming, so that kind of breaks the immersion, but at the same time I don't really care, because the rest of the land is very good.
Feast your eyes on that.
Anybody up for a light workout?
There are beasts scattered across the land.
gonna
Each
stop
of the
you now.
beasts can
I'm
drop
sure if you guys
meat
are.
that you're going to use in meals that you prepare at your campgrounds. So you're probably going to be hunting for a specific kind of beast at some point in the game, but right now we can just do it for sport.
Going for it!
It's down now, so you do more damage because it's off guard. And then your buddies just do their abilities as well, and we get a little combo like this where we have a stunned enemy. Oh, I had a chance to parry there. Let's get our health back up. And there you go.
Oh yeah!
It's not that hard once you get used to the combat system. Some might complain about not having the old Final Fantasy combat system in place, but it is what it is. That's what they decided to do in this game, and there's nothing we can do to change it right now, so we might as well enjoy it, find the good aspects of it. if it was the combat system that you were after, that was the selling point for Final Fantasy games, and that was the reason that you played Final Fantasy games, then I think you were just doing it wrong.
Nice.
I think having a great setting, story, characters is gonna be a much more important thing than the way we fight them. And besides, you still have all the abilities there and different characters that you can level up, and I don't think it subtracts from the game. Yeah, you can run away from enemies like this to avoid stupid fights, because we really don't want to be fighting these little saber tusks anymore. They give you such low experience. So it doesn't really matter if you fight them or not from min-max standpoint. And there's some big paw prints here.
This way, if the map's anything to go off.
So right now we're tasked with looking at different behemoth waypoints, and by exploring these we're gonna get a clue at his whereabouts. So if you're doing the main quest, you will be setting a destination here and going that way.
Knocked. What do you say we check
But
this out?
instead,
The Imperial Army?
oh,
The hell are they doing here?
what is this?
Down to.
Well, they found
Magitech are these weapons and technology faction in this Final Fantasy universe, and apparently they are random events in this land. They arrive via dropships, and you can choose to fight them if that's your thing, and it is my thing.
Let's be done with this run.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha! You're on fire today.
What can I say?
Hands down. Gotcha! Brilliant. None the worse for wear.
As you can see, we got a lot more experience from that fight than from the other ones, so maybe tackling these dropships is a good thing for those that want to level up fast. Also, if you guys noticed, it's kind of turning into dusk here, and we're going to be seeing nightfall very soon.
Highness. This way.
Also, as you approach signs or special parts of the
Hey,
land,
take a look. What do you make of
you'll
this, Knocked?
discover side quests to do.
Curious.
Got my attention. You guys up for it?
We better stay on our
As
toes.
you can see, we just got this little quest, the Jewel All-Store, find the Magicite near the lake. So we can go and set destination to that little quest right there. And that's a side quest. That's just gonna get you some experience points.
So, where are we staying tonight?
Well, here works.
Camp it is.
Daytime is better for adventuring. It's more dangerous to go out during the night, so you can go to camp as nightfall comes. You don't have to. You can stay out at night if you're brave enough, that is. Yeah, you find all these little treasures scattered around. And that's probably gonna be providing you with some extra gil once you reach a vendor. Let's go find that magicite. Right there.
Won't keep you in the dark.
I've got just the thing.
Oh, there's enemies nearby. Can't see them though. Oh, they're right there.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet guy. Quit your crying. Time to put up or shut up.
Enemies tend to run around and circle around you and evade you.
None the worse for wear.
Also, during nighttime, your characters have these little flashlights and that help you see in the dark, which is a pretty cool effect. Overall, the game looks fantastic. On PS4, we're playing on PS4 and it looks just amazing. Look at that night sky, guys.
Just doing it how it's
And
done.
there we go.
Rather impressive.
We got
Looking
that
good.
side quest done. Also, I believe you get to keep that magicite. The visibility is much lower nighttime, so it might be a good idea for us to go to camp now. Also, at nighttime you have different creatures come out, and you're going to be finding different types of enemies than at daytime.
It's crossing the line.
My hand slipped.
So you have these little gnomes or whatever they are. Let's go. I know that we had a quest that sends us to go to Elsa's Haven, which is a campsite. We're just gonna do just that right now. Might come across some enemies along the way, or we might not, but you can hear the animals in the dark howling. I'm really sure I want to come across them.
Knocked. Over here.
Yeah.
And this is the main quest thing. They're showing me where Behemoth is, so we're not gonna do that right now. We're just gonna go to the campsite. Look at that beautiful sky. It feels that having this open world that you get to explore so seamlessly is the right way to go. Even with the changes of the combat system, this feels like a Final Fantasy game, and I think the fans are going to be satisfied. And with that, we're gonna go to camp, and you can watch part 2 of this video where we're gonna be hunting the Behemoth and doing the main quest line real soon. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe.
It's bedtime.
Huh.